Nigeria has about 195,000 kilometers of road network.
The government of Japan has donated construction equipment worth 3.6 billion naira.
Has commissioned a range of advanced road construction and maintenance equipment donated by the government of Japan.
Why would a distant nation like Japan suddenly hand Nigeria 3.6 billion naira worth of road construction equipment? Is it charity, diplomacy, or something much bigger? Is this really about roads or relationships? Could this one donation shape Nigeria's future, or is there a hidden cost? Chapter 1. A strategic gift in steel.
The Japanese Economic and Social Development Program is helping to boost FERMA's operational capacity across Nigeria's federal road network.
On August 1st, 2025, in the quiet suburb of Kuje, Abuja, the FERMA yard became the center of international attention. Neatly arranged across the compound were brand new road construction machines, marking a significant moment in Nigeria-Japan relations. The equipment, valued at 3.6 billion naira, was officially handed over by representatives of the government of Japan to Nigerian authorities in a symbolic ceremony. This moment was more than a diplomatic transaction. It was the continuation of a decades-long partnership. Japan, the world's third-largest economy and a leader in precision infrastructure, has maintained cordial bilateral relations with Nigeria since 1960. The two nations have steadily collaborated across trade, energy, education, and capacity building. With Nigeria as one of Africa's largest economies and most strategic democracies, Japan's engagement reflects a broader interest in African stability and development through partnerships rooted in mutual respect and long-term impact. Present at the event were senior government officials from both nations. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, Japan reaffirmed its development partnership with Nigeria. On the Nigerian side, delegates representing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration welcomed the donation as a timely intervention in the country's ongoing infrastructure push. The scene was orderly and ceremonial, but the significance ran deeper than the handshakes and formalities. Nigeria's road network, often described as the lifeblood of the nation's economy, has long suffered from chronic underinvestment and maintenance backlogs. The Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, responsible for the upkeep of these vital arteries, has faced years of underfunding and limited capacity. Chapter 2. The Roadblock in Nigeria's Progress. President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda has identified infrastructure as a core pillar for economic recovery and national development. However, addressing Nigeria's vast road challenges requires more than internal commitment. It demands meaningful international collaboration. Nigeria's road infrastructure remains one of the country's most pressing developmental challenges. With over 195,000 kilometers of roads, many of which are in a state of disrepair, transportation inefficiencies continue to cost the nation both economically and socially. According to the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, poor road conditions contribute to annual logistics losses. From food supply chains to emergency healthcare delivery, the effects are widespread, often slowing economic activities and raising the cost of doing business. The road crisis is not only visible in rural and interstate corridors, but increasingly within urban centers as well. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and other major cities struggle with deteriorating roads, which fuel congestion, increase travel times, and contribute to road accidents. The demand for modern, climate-resilient road solutions has never been higher. This is the backdrop against which Japan stepped in, not just with aid, but with a comprehensive package that may signal a broader shift in how global partnerships with Nigeria are being structured. Chapter 3. What Japan delivered.
A partnership that has witnessed the donation of construction equipment worth billions of naira.
Valued at 3.6 billion naira, the road construction and maintenance equipment donated by Japan is not only significant in cost, but in capability. Among the delivered assets are asphalt recyclers and processors, advanced compactors, automated road graders, and cutting-edge patching machines. These machines are specifically engineered to support large-scale road maintenance operations and are capable of handling Nigeria's varied topography and climate-related wear. Built to meet stringent international standards, they offer a significant technological upgrade over the tools currently available to the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency. Particularly noteworthy in the shipment are the road stabilizers, produced by Sakai and Hanta, two of Japan's most reputable and long-established manufacturers in the field of road construction and maintenance. These stabilizers are designed not just for durability, but also for operational efficiency. According to technical experts, they are capable of reducing road repair timelines by up to 60% compared to older manual-intensive methods currently in use across much of Nigeria. Additionally, their cost-saving potential is considerable. Estimates suggest that maintenance operations using these machines could cut overall repair expenses by 50 to 60%. This investment in human capital, alongside the physical infrastructure, distinguishes Japan's approach. It reflects a long-term mindset, one that prioritizes sustainability, knowledge transfer, and operational independence over short-term fixes. But Japan's increasing interest in Africa is not random. It is highly strategic. Chapter 4: Japan's Africa Strategy. Through the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, now in its 8th edition, Japan has established itself as a consistent but cautious development partner on the continent. Unlike traditional Western donors or aggressive infrastructure financiers like China, Japan adopts a more technical, collaborative model of assistance. According to Shuhei Ueno, Deputy Director General of JICA's Africa Department, Japan has already made substantial progress since TICAD 8. Of the $5 billion promised, around $2.9 billion has been jointly financed with the AFDB and JICA. The investments span diverse projects, from agricultural financing schemes in Nigeria to major infrastructure support in Egypt. Importantly, capacity building remains a core priority. Over 290,000 public officials across Africa have undergone training programs designed to enhance governance, project execution, and policy planning. Looking ahead, the upcoming TICAD 9 Summit, scheduled for August 20 to 22, 2025 at Pacifico, Yokohama in Japan, is expected to further strengthen Japan-Africa cooperation and unlock new bilateral opportunities for countries like Nigeria. The philosophy behind this aid strategy is what Tokyo calls co-creation. In other words, Africa has the population and market scale, Japan has the technology and experience, and together, the potential is enormous. In this context, Nigeria, Africa's most populous country and one of its largest economies, is a key node in Japan's Africa strategy. The road equipment donation, therefore, is not merely a gift. It is an entry point into a broader relationship that encompasses trade, innovation, and geopolitical alignment. Chapter 5: Is this soft power at work? For observers of global development trends, Japan's actions represent a classic case of soft power in motion. Unlike China's model, which often involves large-scale loans tied to major infrastructure projects, sometimes criticized for creating debt dependency, Japan prefers to build influence through knowledge sharing, technology transfer, and low-risk, high-impact investments. JICA, which manages a large portion of Japan's development portfolio, rarely funds initiatives that lack local buy-in or sustainability plans. Its projects tend to be smaller in budget, but deeper in institutional impact. The aim is not to dominate, but to elevate. In this light, Nigeria isn't just a recipient of aid, it is a strategic partner in a larger, subtler power game. Japan's presence in Nigeria may not be as visible as China's railways or America's oil interests, but it is quietly expanding in education, health, agriculture, and now, infrastructure. But for Nigeria, it's a big gift. Chapter 6: What this donation really means. Japan's 3.6 billion Naira donation to Nigeria is more than a diplomatic gesture or a development initiative. It's a quiet but powerful test. At its heart, this is about much more than machines. It's about whether Nigeria can turn opportunity into lasting progress. Bello Muhammad Goronyo, Nigeria's Minister of State for Works, captured this sentiment during the handover ceremony. "Roads are the lifeblood of our economy," he declared, describing the donation not as a one-time contribution, but as a game-changer in Nigeria's infrastructural journey. According to him, the support from Japan marks a strategic milestone in Nigeria's efforts to build a sustainable, modern, and responsive road network, one that meets the demands of a growing population and a diversifying economy. Garanyo emphasized that this equipment could usher in a new era for road maintenance and engineering efficiency across Nigeria. With the right management and accountability mechanisms in place, this machinery can dramatically improve the quality and speed of road repairs, cut down maintenance costs, and ultimately reduce the suffering of millions of commuters and businesses impacted by poor roads. He commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for prioritizing infrastructure under the Renewed Hope agenda, saying the administration had laid a foundation upon which real progress could now be built. But he also issued a challenge to FERMA, to the states, and to all stakeholders: use the equipment responsibly, maintain it, deploy it strategically, and ensure it delivers tangible impact. But as Minister Garanyo rightly noted, the ultimate outcome hinges on how seriously Nigeria embraces this opportunity. The machinery alone, no matter how advanced or valuable, is not the solution by itself. What matters now is consistent execution, proper deployment, and accountability. But for FERMA, the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, this donation is not just about receiving machines. It's about seizing a moment that's been in the making for nearly a decade. Chapter 7. FERMA's Moment of Truth. According to Emeka Agbasi, the Managing Director and CEO of FERMA, this partnership has been years in the making, beginning nearly 8 years ago through early discussions with Japan's Marubeni Corporation. What started as a conversation has now materialized into a full-scale collaboration with life-changing implications for Nigerian infrastructure. Agbasi expressed strong confidence that the equipment will allow FERMA to act faster, respond to emergencies more efficiently, and work more sustainably across Nigeria's road networks. He also emphasized that beyond the machines, there is a parallel need for technical training and long-term capacity building. Without skilled personnel and systems in place, even the best equipment can fall short. Adding to this momentum, Honorable Aderemi Osini, chairman of the House Committee on FERMA, praised the agency for its recent strides in innovation and leadership. According to him, FERMA has demonstrated that even within constrained budgets and bureaucratic systems, it can still deliver results when given the right tools and trust. Osini highlighted the importance of granting FERMA greater operational autonomy, arguing that more flexibility in decision-making and resource allocation would directly enhance the agency's ability to execute its mandate. The equipment is not just tools, it's an opportunity, he said, stressing that this moment should be seen as a turning point for how road maintenance is approached in Nigeria. He went further to link the significance of the donation to broader national goals. Better road infrastructure, he explained, contributes directly to job creation, increased mobility, reduced transport costs, and overall improved living standards for Nigerians. This, in turn, supports economic development and national cohesion. So, what happens next? Chapter 8. A gift or a test? The ball is now firmly in Nigeria's court. FERMA, already stretched thin, must demonstrate that it can absorb and utilize this donation to maximum effect. Will the agency rise to the challenge? Will the equipment be deployed swiftly to fix roads, reduce transport bottlenecks, and support economic recovery? Or will it remain idle, another well-meaning gift lost to inefficiency and neglect? This is a pivotal moment. Nigeria can either turn this donation into a long-term success story or let it fade into another missed opportunity. Because in a world where international aid often comes with strings attached, Japan has done something different. They handed Nigeria the keys. Now, the question is, will we learn to drive? This 3.6 billion naira donation isn't just about asphalt and compactors, it's about trust. It's about a powerful global player, Japan, placing a long bet on Nigeria's ability to rise, modernize, and maintain. It's about quiet diplomacy backed by long-term strategy. Japan's style isn't flashy. It's precise, it's deliberate, and it's starting to make waves across Africa. From TICAD conferences to the Enhanced Private Sector Assistance Initiative, Japan's model focuses on empowerment, not dependency, capacity building, not exploitation, partnership, not pressure. For Nigeria, this is a chance, a real one. What happens next is up to us. So, what do you think? Can Nigeria make this work? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because coming up next are even bigger stories. You won't want to miss it? No, then subscribe. See you in the next video.